So when it comes to the point, hey, you had all this growth, yes, but there's an asterisk with that. I think they were here. Now they're measured.
Pullman's Mayor Glenn Johnson says there's no denying that Whitman County is growing, but there is more to the story. New numbers just released from the U.S. Census Bureau show Whitman County is the fastest growing county in the nation. In our Boomtown series, we track area growth in our region. So I wanted to take a closer look at the numbers to take a look at all of this growth. The U.S. Census Bureau took a closer look at the 5 fastest growing counties in the nation. You see them here. You see Dawson and Lumpkin counties in Georgia, Sumter County in Florida, Kaufman County in Texas, but no one came even close to Whitman County in Washington state with a 10% increase in 1 year. 30 miles south of downtown Spokane is the county line of Whitman County. There's a 2-lane highway and wide open wheat fields as far as your eyes can see. It may not look like there's a lot going on, but don't be fooled. More people are learning the Palouse is a hidden gem.
And every day I get a call from somebody moving from the west side, trying to get out of Seattle or trying to get out of California to come to Whitman County.
A new report from the U.S. Census Bureau reports Whitman County is the fastest growing county in the nation. Pullman is Whitman County's largest city. Jacob T. Davis has lived here for about 30 years and has been a real estate agent for about half that time.
Pullman almost felt like half the town when I first moved to the area in '94.
The numbers prove that too. The U.S. Census Bureau took a look at percent change from 2021 to 2022. Whitman County saw a 10% increase in population after seeing a 9.6% decrease the year before. The news even caught the attention of WSU's head football coach Jake Dickert, sending out a tweet celebrating the recognition.
When I read it, A, it was shocking, but B, it's just a reminder that we are different. You know, on the West Coast, there's a lot of major metropolitan cities, a lot of busyness of life, and a lot of fast-paced in our society. And just another reminder of Whitman County and Pullman being different.
The largest employers in the county are Washington State University, Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories, and the agricultural sector. All the growth puts pressure on the city's housing.
So we know that there's need for more housing. We are seeing the growth. They are doing that. Fast enough? No, because again, you have a shortage of tradespeople, not only here, but in Spokane.
Mayor Glenn Johnson is in his 5th term as Pullman's mayor. He's also lived on the Palouse for decades and seen firsthand how growth is impacting housing, schools, first responders, and the hospital.
When that was built back in 2003 and 2004, 8-9 rooms ought to be enough. Not anymore.
Johnson says there's no denying the county is growing. He believes the numbers used in the census data undermeasured the population during COVID, assuming many students went home.
And I think OFM, the Office of Financial Management, shortchanged us. We've sent several letters to them. Hey, we do have the students here. So those are some of the campaigns that we tried to do at that time, even though they said, no, you lost all these students, they're home. No, they're not.
It's not just Pullman seeing growth.
I have people that call me from Spokane because they can only afford $135,000 and they'll buy a house in Endicott or Tico because they can't buy anywhere else in the state of Washington.
It may be cheaper, but Davis says inventory is very low. There are only 66 listings in the entire county. 39 of them are in Pullman.
But I think Pullman and the Palouse and Whitman County possess things that you can't put value on, right? I can go watch my boys play softball in 3 minutes. I can get to their games. I can watch Riley, my daughter, you know, at the Art Top Theater in downtown Pullman and get there in 4 minutes.
You know, there's a lot of people that don't want growth. They want to stay small. So I think there's always going to be people against growth and development. And then there's going to be people like me that are for it.
Another sign of rapid growth on the Palouse is the Pullman-Moscow Airport. In 2 weeks, the final beam will be placed on top of the new terminal, which is expected to open in December of this year. The new terminal is expected to cost $61 million, with most of the funds coming from federal resources.